In the high-speed world of Silicon Valley, words often lose their meaning. We hear terms like innovation, AI, and product tossed around by tech giants and startups alike. Yet there is a growing disconnect between the vocabulary being used and the reality being built. To understand the true trajectory for artificial general intelligence (AGI), we must look past the marketing and examine the DNA of the organization building it. As discussed in recent Insight from the Heart of the Bay Area, the current state of AI development, specifically at OpenAI, is not about building tools for users. It's a massive, coordinated experiment aimed at a single transformative goal, AGI. To understand why OpenAI operates the way it does, we have to understand that the product is a mirror of the company that built it. Consider the differences in corporate personalities. Apple, led by product managers. The result is a seamless, coherent, and polished iPhone experience. Google, led by engineers. This results in technical masterpieces like Gmail, technologically superior and highly scalable, yet often stuck in a permanent beta state with no clear release versions. And OpenAI, led by researchers. OpenAI was founded by researchers who left Google because they feared a future where only one corporation held the keys to AGI. Because the organization is run by scientists rather than product managers, their output reflects a research mindset. This is why they seem to abandon features like plugins and agents. They're trying to build a polished they aren't trying to build a polished consumer app. They're running micro experiments to fit the larger goal of AGI. One of the most significant misconceptions today is that we, the users, are customers of OpenAI. From the perspective of authors and insiders in the valley, ChatGPT is not a product, it's an experiment. When you pay for a subscription or prompt the model, you aren't buying service in the traditional sense. You're providing data and resources for a laboratory. OpenAI's leadership has been transparent about this, even if the public isn't listening. They are not here to build the world's best chatbot or video editor. They're here to build AGI. Everything we see is just a tool to gather human feedback. This feedback is the fuel required to train the next iteration of the intelligence. If OpenAI succeeds in building AGI, everything in our lives will change forever. The main property of AGI is that it's self-improving. Once a system reaches a certain level of intelligence, it can write its own code and design its own upgrades better and faster than any human engineer. At that point, the era of artificial superintelligence begins. We often struggle to define what an AGI product would look like. A helpful comparison is electricity. Don't think of electricity as a product when you open your phone or watch a game on TV. Yet, if it disappears, you cannot cook, work, or function. AGI is intended to occupy this same space. It won't be a specific app. It will be a utility that gets into every aspect of our existence until we stop thinking of it as technology. The history of Google's Gmail provides a cautionary tale for the AGI race. Gmail was a technological experiment to see if Google's infrastructure could allow users never delete an email. It was a massive success, giving users 1 gigabyte of space when the world was used to the megabytes. OpenAI is currently in a similar position. They're creating massive value and capturing the world's attention, but they aren't focused on building a value capture machine like advertising platform or a retail store. They're focusing on the foundational model. They believe that if they own the AGI, the product question will solve themselves. As we move toward the world where the line between human build and AI build blurs, we must be careful not to get lost in the high-tech smoke. We are currently living through a period where companies use the same words, privacy, innovation, and intelligence, to mean entirely different things. Some are building real solutions, while others are building the great hype. OpenAI sits in unique third category, the laboratory. They're building the foundations of a new reality. As they move closer to AGI, the products we see today will likely be forgotten and replaced by self-improving intelligence that functions more like a force of nature than a piece of software. If you like my channel, please subscribe and I'll see you soon.